do our shares. If you're here from Money Rescue Sisters Live, just come right on in. We're going to start to share this out so that other people can also see it. So come on in, everybody. We're getting ready for shares, sharing everything, and we will be here.
Right on in. We're going to start to share.
Okay, let me get my share going too. If you have anybody that you know that you think would benefit from this, if you can share this on your timeline as well, that would be very much appreciated. Okay.
We'll be getting started in about a minute, but in the meantime, come on in. Thank you for coming, and we're sharing on our different Facebook posts.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share out on my personal timeline. I'm going to write a post to say, join me. I'm going to say, join us. Okay. So I have done, oh, is it time?
Yeah, a couple people are in. Hi, guys. Good to see you. We're excited that you're here. We are waiting for just one more second to make sure everybody's in and that you know we are here.
Okay.
All righty. So, Carolyn, whenever you're ready, I am ready.
I am ready. We want to be on time. Let's get started.
Absolutely. I am so excited. I am so excited, guys. Carolyn has volunteered to give us a wealth of information. I wanted someone to have, as we call ourselves BFFs now, someone in my life who knew the stock market and knew Jesus Christ. And so I'm excited. We have gathered some questions from my clients, from her clients, from people who have a relationship with us, who are always wondering about the stock market, and she knows information. So I'm going to interview her. So get ready. And in the meantime, I do want you to post your questions, and we're going to answer them at the end. Okay? So let's get started. Again, thanks for coming in. Okay, so I have notes, so bear with me. So I want to start off with, Carolyn, tell me a little about yourself.
Well, first of all, to everyone, hello, my name is Carolyn Williams, and I am the CEO, financial coach, owner of Money Reverse. And Money Reverse is the page in which I'm on that's hosting this. And this is where I do what the Lord has called me to do. First of all, what Money Reverse is the mission for Money Reverse is reversing the substandard financial conditions in the body of Christ. So my goal here is to help us, those that know the Lord and love the Lord, even if you don't know the Lord and love the Lord, but want sound financial coaching, Money Reverse is the place for you. Now, I want to share, Rochelle, can I kind of share how I got started in this?
Yes, please. Because it's so interesting.
Okay. Yeah, this is not what I set out to do in my life. I am an IT person. I went to college and got 2 degrees that are IT degrees and did some advanced study as well in IT, several certifications, and was a corporate director at 2 different companies in IT. So I'm an IT girl. I'm a tech nerd. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you, I was diagnosed a number of years ago with a brain tumor. Mm-hmm. So those of you that don't know my story, I do have some videos that's right here on the Money Reverse page. If you on the page, just go ahead, click videos. And I think if you go down to the bottom, I have a couple of testimonial stories there. But the Cliff Notes version is, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And after getting that diagnosis, I really started praying. Always have had a relationship with the Lord, but my relationship with the Lord strengthened through that process.
Mm-hmm.
So through that process, I started praying for healing, and the Lord started giving me biblical financial principles, started showing me what his word says about money and possessions and what it looks like to him, what he's expecting from us in that area. So what I found was what the Lord was showing me, and gave me so many prophetic visions on
Mm-hmm.
this. When I share in churches, I do share the prophetic visions. But I noticed that wasn't what my life looked like, and it wasn't what my friends' life, those people close to me, that wasn't our reality. So I really got that in my spirit and just started to really adopt those financial principles of how to manage money and possessions. And I started to adopt that, and I became a wealthy person from working a regular job and then doing what the Lord says to do with money. It took a number of years. It became a practice. It wasn't overnight. This was not a get rich quick scheme. Not at all.
Right. Exactly. Which is not his way to do things anyway.
It's not. It's not.
Wow, that's exciting, Carolyn. I love that. So how did that segue you into the stock market? How did you get involved in the stock market per se?
Yeah, one of the things that as the Lord was showing me about, making a good income and positioning myself to make a good income, about saving, about debt, making sure I didn't have debt. He also taught me about investing in the stock market, using the stock market for trading stocks and options. And without having any classes, I just started trading and investing and making money in the market. The way I describe it is, people go, the Lord taught you to do that? I go, well, let me kind of tell you how it was.
Right.
It was almost like when I had that tumor, when that tumor was in my brain, it's almost like the Lord just opened up my brain and just put lots of yellow sticky tabs all on the inside with information about investing and money and markets and techniques, and then just close my brain up. So I would go and look at things, whether it was reading a stock quote or listening to things on TV, and I just knew it. I knew it. It was almost like that was the 6th or 7th time I had seen it, because I just picked it up real quick.
Wow.
I didn't think that was different or anything until I started talking to my friends some years later, and they said, Carolyn, people don't pick this up like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't know. I didn't know any better. So thank you, Lord.
Absolutely. And, I often say, Carolyn, to the people I teach, and the world doesn't necessarily want common folk to know.
Yeah.
They want us to be the spender, and then they take our money and turn it into stocks. But you're doing something different.
Yeah, and that is true. If we follow the principles of the world, we will be consumers only. We're going to be we're not going to be producers. We're going to be consumers. We're going to be watching all of these advertisements and buying everything we can. That's not what the word wants us to do. That's not what the word says.
That's it.
And they also want us to really be, subservient to money and resources, where you're running behind it. You're crying out for it. You're compromising yourself for money. You're subservient to money, where we need to be the boss. We need to be the boss over the resources and managing and controlling and having the money and resources work for us.
Exactly.
He gives us dominion. The Lord gives us dominion over the world and everything in it, and everything is his. So the financial markets are included there.
Exactly. Because what does it say? The borrower is servant to the lender.
Servant to the lender. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
it. Okay, so tell me, and the gist of what we wanted to come here and talk about today, is it a good time to be involved in the stock market? So what do you think?
Yeah. Well, let me first share with everybody the information that I'm going to share here today is for educational purposes only. Any market information that I share is purely commentary, and it should not be construed as investment advice, nor should the information be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any securities of any kind. And Carolyn Williams in Money Reverse, I am not a registered investment agent, broker, or dealer. I am a financial coach and educator. Everything I'm going to tell you and everything I'm going to share with you about my services involve research practices and techniques that came from my own experiences and guidelines. So basically, I get paid from nobody else. So I'm not selling anybody's products, nor do I get paid from any broker, dealer, or anything. I am completely independent.
Exactly, exactly. And I was excited about the fact that you took all the classes that you needed, and you have all the educational background concerning this, but yet you're independent. And I think that's exciting.
Yes.
All right. So tell me this: if I'm new, I know anything about it, what do you think I should do to start? What's my first step?
Okay. Well, let me first, I think I didn't answer your first question. You go, is now a time? Did you ask me if now?
Yeah.
Okay. I went into making sure.
I'm sorry. That's true.
But let me tell everybody, it's always time. The market has been around for many years, and it's going to be around for many years. Everybody, it is expected. Let me just kind of share. It is expected that we all know about investing, that we know something about our markets, our financial markets. Just like people expect that you have a microwave at home, everybody expects that you have a TV with cable or some streaming service, and everybody expects that you have Wi-Fi. People walk in your house and they just say, "What's the Wi-Fi code?" They just assume that you have Wi-Fi.
That's true.
So the same way, it is assumed that everybody knows something about investing, and I'll tell you how that came about. That came about when companies did away with pension plans. It used to be that when you worked for a company, they had a pension plan that they set aside for you for that day that you left their employment and decided to walk away from the workforce. They put the money in and they invested it for you so that it would have a return. You didn't have any input in it. Thank you, Lord. That was such a blessing. Pension plans went away a number of years ago.
Yes.
They came out with contributory plans, and a contributory plan is a 401k, a 403b, a 457, TSP, IRA, SEP, Simple, all of those. And those things they kind of shift the responsibility. You have the responsibility for making sure that you put money in. And if you do, the company will match you, but not until you take the responsibility. Right. And you also have the responsibility for choosing how it's invested. You have to pick that. So with that, without even telling you, it became expected that everybody knows something about investing.
Exactly.
And if you don't know, and if you have a contributory plan, I say, thank you, Lord, that you do. If you don't, I really want you to get into a contributory retirement savings plan, but you also need to know a little bit about the market so you can invest it. So the question, is it time to get in the market?
Time.
If you have a plan, you're already in and don't even know about it if you're not.
Absolutely. That's exactly it.
So it's always time. Yes.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Carolyn, because a lot of people, you're playing the game. So if you're in a 401k, and all of that, you're already playing. So you might as well know what you're playing.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
So that's the key with that. Very good point. Okay. Now, and I'm sorry, I'm so excited about talking to you. What if I'm new and I've never thought about the stocks before? What should I do? What's my first step?
I'm going to say that what I tell everybody that wants to invest in the market, I want you to know I want you to know how to research stocks and tell if it's a good investment. The one thing is, don't let somebody tell you about a stock or an investment and tell you it's a good thing and you run and jump in it. I want you to know. Remember, the stock market is all about giving the general public, that includes you and me, anybody that wants to, ability to buy a part of a publicly traded company, a major corporation. And because of that, it's available for everybody. They have to make information available for you for free. I'm going to say, I need you to know how to research stocks and know how to determine if it's a good stock for you. Right. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice. because these companies have to make this available for you at no cost, don't let anybody sell you a piece of software that researches stock for you. You can get all of that information for free.
That's exactly it. And people aren't telling us that because why? They want to make extra money.
Yeah,
But
everybody
you
has to
can
sell their
involve
product.
yourself. Yes, yes, yes. And I have to say now that there is a 4-day free stock savvy class that Carolyn is giving, and it's coming up next week where she'll have 4 days of just information about the stock market that she's giving absolutely free. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, guys, we gathered questions from people, from our clients, from people who were interested and curious. So if you still have questions, please type them in, give us a thumbs up. She will make sure that she gets back to you with the answer.
Definitely.
Okay, number 5. So what if I'm curious and I have no idea what to do? Tell me my very first thing to do to get involved, to start.
The very first thing you do to get involved is to get involved with Money Reverse. And let me teach you in this free class that I just told you about. I'm going to say the first thing you need to do is get you some education. This is not what I do in the stock market. It is not a get rich quick, and it is not something that you pick up from watching a single free webinar and you have the skills down. It's going to take practice. It's going to take education, but I promise you it's not difficult. It's not difficult, but just like anything else that you're good at, whether you're good at, think about when you were a kid, how did you learn to ride a bike? You started at the beginning, understanding how the bike works, and even driving. You took a class, you took a test, you learn, and then you practice on this car. Now you can drive anything. You can go to a rental car company and go, what do I want to drive today?
Yeah.
I see investing in the stock market that way. You get your education and you start to learn and you practice in a very safe environment. I recommend practicing in a virtual environment where you're not using your own money. And get your education so that you can go and know what you're doing when you go in. And the other thing that I recommend is getting to be a part of a group. Nobody learns to do this alone. Now, I did. It was just me and the Holy Spirit here in this house. And as the Lord taught me. But I realize that most people don't learn like that. They don't learn by themselves, not talking to anybody and not taking any classes. I didn't know. I didn't know nobody learned it that way. But so as talking to my friends, and that's when I have developed some tribes that we get in. And I just taught in my tribe last night. I did some demos on how to find good stocks to buy, basically when the market is low right now. So.
Right. Okay, that is awesome. Now, tell me this. And we get this all the time, and this is some of the questions that we're getting. And it says, what if I'm scared? What if I lose my shirt? I don't want to throw my money away. I'm concerned about that. So we hear that. So how can you answer that?
Yeah, that's really good. And you know what? Somebody that's scared to get in the market and put their money in the market, I like that. I like that because that means you're going to be very cautious. You're going to ask lots of questions. And the main thing, I think, this is what I tell my groups in my class. After I do all the teaching and it's time to get in the market, I say this: does anybody ever jump rope? If you've ever jumped rope, just say I've jumped rope or I've double dutched or even single rope. If you've jumped rope and did double dutch, you know how you kind of stand outside the rope and you catch flies and you just kind of get in the feel for it and you know exactly when to jump in and you're like, okay, I'm ready. And you jump in and you start.
Good analogy.
Yeah. Being cautious is very good. I don't want you running out there and just trying something because you can lose your money. Anytime that you're putting your money in an investment, there is a level of risk that's there. You can lose money. Now, if you follow the money reverse practices, you won't lose all of your money because I really grade you on diversification, making sure you do not put all of your eggs in one basket. If you hear somebody say, oh, my friend or my uncle, my Bobo lost all his money in the stock market, I go, they didn't diversify.
Right.
They put it all in one thing And if that one thing went bottom side up, yeah, you could lose all your money.
Right.
But what I do is I teach you how to identify those risks. First of all, identify what your risk level is, what your risk tolerance is. And then I teach you strategies that can work for you, even in your risk tolerance. I do an investing personality assessment as a part of my full program. And that way I can kind of figure out where your risk tolerance is. And then again, I have strategies that I share that fit you.
So it sounds like you really work along with your clients or these individuals to make sure they're secure in what they do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I spend a lot of time with everybody at the end of the 21-day class. Everybody knows me because I teach it live. I teach the class live. Everything I do, I teach it live. I don't want to put you out there with videos by yourself because I want to make sure that you know that you got this partner here. And then you're with me in my full program for 9 months. This is a 9-month journey with me. So at the end, you'll know what you're doing.
You'll know it. Wow. See, that's awesome. Okay. Now, some of the other questions that we got from clients. I hear bad stuff about the stocks in the media. Carolyn, what are you hearing?
Oh wow, bad stuff. What like what kind? What?
Well, honestly, they're saying that the market is crashing, that everybody's losing their money. They're saying, get out, it's too risky. I've lost a lot. You know, they're ready to jump off a building almost. And so that's what they're hearing. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, and that is right. Right now, where we are, we have just entered into what is called a recession. And that is when all of your major markets, either a particular stock or major markets, have dropped more than 20% below the 52-week high. So we are there right now, and it came very quickly at the time of this recording. We are in the time of the pandemic. The pandemic situation. So of course, our financial markets have dropped so much. Now, I'm going to tell you again, I'm going to share some information here, and I have shared this on the Money Reverse page, and I've shared this with my clients. I told my clients, get out of the market right now. I don't need you withdrawing any money. I just need you to take your money out of the stocks and move them into the savings account. Every account, every investment account has one that's not invested in stocks and one that's not invested in bonds. Move your money there and let's sit this out. And then after the market calms down some, we'll go back and we'll put you in some investments so you can go about your merry way. So I did that with my own money. How long ago? A long time ago. And so I'm not watching any of my investments go up and down. I'm on the sidelines right now. That's, if you were my client, that's what I would say. But since some of you are not my clients, that this is just Carolyn's opinion for educational purposes only.
Right.
So.
And Carolyn, I'm so excited and appreciative of the fact that you're going to do a 4-day course on this next week. Yeah. And so a 4-day free course that would even give us further insight into what we need to do. Am I right?
Yes. Let me tell everybody about Money Reverse Stock Savvy Sessions.
Yes.
Money Reverse Stock Savvy Sessions. I'm going to teach live right here on my Money Reverse page for 4 days, Sunday, April 19th, Monday, April 20th, Tuesday, April 21st, and Wednesday, April 22nd, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on the Money Reverse page. Yes. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to assume that you've just been dropped on planet Earth and you're a total beginner and you know nothing about our financial markets. And I am going to teach you some of the stock knowledge and research that you will need to know, whether you invest in the market or just looking at your 401k. I'm going to teach you that in 4 days. Now, this isn't going to be the type of class where you come and watch. You're going to get homework.
Yes. That's so exciting.
Homework every day. And I'm going to come back the next day and ask you about the homework, and we're going to go further. And not only that, there's more. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to pick a particular subject area that I know we all need to know about, and I'm going to weave that into the free stock educational teaching. And we're going to talk about oil. We're going to talk about oil prices, gas prices, what's going on right now. And part of your homework is going to be, as you learn about what's happening with oil across the world, to be able to research some oil stocks.
Exactly.
And the reason I'm doing that is because oil stocks are very cheap right now. I want you to know about this. So when it all settles down, you can be able to get some good quality stocks at a very good price. So now is the time to learn.
Exactly. I'm so excited about that, Carolyn. And the world does not want us to know, because if we know, then we'll start investing and we'll stop spending our money, and then they invest our money. It's time for us to invest our own money. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to say that I know what you're saying, that, as I always say, new normal.
New normal.
This is a game changer, what's happening.
Yeah.
People that have not been able to invest in the market will be able to with good quality stocks, just because they're going down so low. And if you ask Carolyn Williams' opinion, I don't think it's gone as low as it's going to go.
Wow.
I don't think it's gone as low as it's going to go.
Whew, that's something there.
So,
right?
So with that, I want everybody, if you walk, I had a meeting last night. Well, let me put it like this. If you're waiting for this situation to be over so you can return to your normal life, you're missing the whole point.
Wow.
You're missing it. This is a game changer.
Right.
Everything, God works everything for our good. It may not feel good. It may not look good, but it's for your good.
Good.
I really did a lot of investing in 2008 when we had the financial crisis. And
right.
Stock so cheap. And they went, again, I can tell you I got a very nice, the stock for a very nice restaurant.
Wow.
Very nice big restaurant. And the stock was trading at 80 cents.
Wow.
80 cents. I sold the stock later for $22.
No kidding.
No
See,
kidding.
that's awesome. And that's the analogy for people who've never been in the stock market, who never owned stock, where it says, buy low. Am I right?
Yeah. You can buy low and sell high. So if you say, I think I want to move into this, I think even if I just want you to have the education so that you can know what's going on. But I also want you to consider that this is the time to get your education in, so that when all of the dust settles, and when I take all of my clients back into the market, when I advise them to go back into the market and educate them on what they can do, that you're in that ball game because you're educated and you know.
Exactly.
Don't wait until it's all over. That's why I want to do this right now.
Which is a good segue into one of the next questions that we got. And it said, how much time would it take me to learn?
Oh, yeah. Good question. Very good question. Now, my program, I have a program. It's a full program. And the name of my program is the answer to the question. It's 21 days to stock market investing. In 21 days, you will be trading in the stock market. Now, you'll be trading with virtual money. I'm going to put you in a virtual environment after the education and have you trade for 60 days with me in a virtual environment. Then you can go and trade your money in the real market if you choose. Now, I do have students that sometimes after day one of the class, they are going and trading in the real market while they're still in class. So it is an intense learning process. It's not difficult, but it is going to take an investment of time for you. You're going to need to invest some time. The class itself, each class is 2.5 hours live. So you will be with me live for 2.5 hours, 3 times, once every 7 days. So that's why the 21 days. So this is not a watch a webinar while you got everything else going on. You're going to need to pay attention and invest some time in yourself. And I promise you, you'll get it. I have a money back guarantee that you will know what you're doing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And again, if you have any questions, please jot down your questions and we'll be answering those. So you said it's a 21-day class and it sounds like it's pretty intense and I have to apply myself. But what is my very first step? What do I do? What steps do I take right now?
Yeah, I would say right now, I want you to come. Now, I'm going to tell you, my class, the program. Well, let me tell everybody a little bit more about the program too,
Okay.
because after that 21 days, then you're going to trade with me for 60 days in the virtual market, 2 months. And then you're going to be with me for 6 months in an advanced course, advanced education. And that's that group where everybody's talking and you keep getting lessons. So this is a 9-month experience with me. In this, you should be making money during this time.
Wow.
So it's not just, I say 21 days because it's 21 days of education, but it's really a 9-month experience.
Okay.
And my students that come out of this program, some of my students are here. If you've taken my 21 days class, can you hit the heart button right now? I see some of my
notes
here.
Wow.
I see some of my students. So just hit the heart button. Hit the heart button lots of times if you love the class. But
absolutely.
But what I'm going to do is tell you, education like this, it is not $59 education. You're going to have to invest also some money into this, but I will make it easy by having a payment plan for you. And the first thing you do is make sure that whoever you're partnering with, you can learn from that person.
Right.
So that's the main reason why I do the 4-day free Stock Savvy session right here, so that you can see my teaching style. You can see how I teach, what I teach, and you can determine if this is a person that you want to invest into a class to take you into a 9-month learning experience.
Exactly. That's awesome. And so, you talked about investment and what we have to do, but here's a question that has been posed. Are you an investor? And do you practice what you preach?
Yes, I am.
Good question.
I am an investor. I do have money in the market. I pulled my money out of the market for long-term investments, but now I'm going in and doing what I call quick money trades. You know how the market's going up and down, up and down, up and down? I go buy it when it's low, sell it when it's high. Buy it when it's low. So I'm in the market every day. Every day. As a matter of fact, I have a group of people that have come to me and asked me, can you coach me so that while we're in this up and down market, I want you to teach me to trade so that I can make some quick money. Because it is, we're not leaving the money in for a long time. It's not day trading, because it may take a week. It may take 2 weeks before the stock comes back. It may be the next day or it may be the next week. So day trading is where you go into a position and out of a position in the same day. But we're saying, hey, this thing has dropped down. Let me buy it. And then the next day that the market's up, these things are shooting way up. And so, so I have a group now and this was not even a program, a product that I had. I'm creating the product now and I'm beta testing it with people that are paying me. And we're making money every day in the market.
That's awesome. And I will say, Carolyn and I have a lot of meetings together, and she'll say, well, we have to have this meeting after the market closes, because you are looking at it, girl, every second. And so I'm excited about how you are just so engrossed in your craft. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I say, Rochelle, we got to wait till the market close. I got people that are paying me to help them
to watch this
every day.
So just on it.
I love it. I love it.
Very good. Okay, now one of the other questions we have, it says, is the stock market for younger folks? I'm close to retirement and I'm not sure if I can understand it. I don't understand it. Is it too late for me?
Oh, yeah, that is a good question. That is a good question, because I want to really help to dispel the lies that people have in their heads. And the lies could be, it's for them, the young, the old, the ones that know numbers, the rich people, the ones that are, corporate people, the math whizzes. No.
Right.
The market is for you, especially that person that's close to retirement. Let me share with you one thing that I share with my clients that ask that same question. I do have clients that I help to prepare for retirement. I say, think about this. On the day that you retire, think of it like you work your whole life and you are saving money to get to retirement. And when you get to retirement, it's at the top of the hill. You know what? What does the Bible say? With long life, I will satisfy you. I'm saying you still got 30 more years, baby. You got 30 years after that to invest, because I'm gonna assume that you retire at 60, 65, and you're going to live till you're 90, 95.
Right, right.
You still got 30 years. It is not too late for you. As a matter of fact, you're probably getting to where you have more time now when you move to this part of your life.
Pay attention
And
to the market and all that.
It becomes more important because it's your livelihood. It becomes your livelihood. When you walk away from corporate America or walk away from your entrepreneurial duties, your investments are a part of your livelihood. So it becomes what you do. So it is never too late. The only time I think it's too late for you is if you're in the grave.
Okay. So rather you're 20 or 70, you could still get in the market. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying? Right.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Great. So people have great questions.
I think it is that is a good question. I want to go back to that one a bit, because I'll tell you what I teach a lot of behavioral. What I shared with my group last night when I was teaching, I said, I need you to trust your instincts and trust what the Holy Spirit gives you, because I pray for the Lord to give us insight all the time. Amen. And I teach behavior. I want to give you an example of that. There's some cyclical things that happen. If we were in just a normal year, what happens when you get close to summer? People start to go on vacation, kids get out of school, they go on vacation. So what happens is typically the price of gas at the gas pump goes up in the summer, simply because there's more demand for it. There's more demand for it. So every year you can count on the price at the pump going up just a little bit in the summer. That's called the cyclical. Meaning this happens every year. So when you start to learn about things like that, you know how to trade. Let's go look at some of the oil companies, some of the gas companies, and let's see what their stock looked like in January. And then let's see what their stock looked like in June last year and the year before. So then you can start to time some of that and buy into some of those cyclicals. As we get older, we have those experiences. I teach behavior. I teach to say, tell me what you know. I'll tell you, when I go to the dentist, this is what I do. I'm such a nerd. I go to the dentist the minute I sit in the chair, and they put the thing around you, put the napkin around you, and they clip it. I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? Then they lean the chair back. I'm like, okay, let me see whose company this chair is. Wow. Then they pull the light down, and I'm looking at the words on the light. Let me see if that's a publicly traded company. Because in every situation, there is a money-making opportunity.
There's an opportunity.
I just see it. I see it. And I want to teach you to do that as well. So as you get older, you've had more experiences, and you can reason out some good money-making opportunities. And when you know how to research, you know how to go and research it and find them.
And even what you just said now is giving people an idea to look at things different. Yeah. You're buying this stuff, you're using this stuff anyway. So why not make money, make a return off of this stuff? To piggyback off of what you're saying, there's so many people in the classes that I have that ask me, I've got the money, I've got the time, I want to learn on my own. So what resources do you have? And you're just the resource that they need to help them understand the stock market. So I'm so excited.
Yes. So everybody, I want everybody to, after this session, I'm going to post in the comments a link to register for my free Stock Savvy session that starts this Sunday, April 19th. And so it's free, but you register. And even if you don't want to register, that's okay. Just show up here on the Money Reverse page. I'm going to teach it live right here in the wide open Facebook.
Okay. Anybody with a wealth of information.
Yeah, you can just share it with anybody. I'll be here every night for 4 days. So no shame in my game. I'm going to teach it live.
Exactly. And Carolyn and I want you to know that it is Financial Literacy Month, and we wanted to give back to the community. We want you to know. So definitely come to the class, Majestic Money Management. We will be there. I know enough, but I want to learn more, and I hope that you join us there. Yes. Now, again, we have all these questions.
Wow.
It says, I'm not sure if I can do the stock market. Can I just hire you to invest for me?
Good question, and the answer is no. Just like
Mm-hmm.
I shared earlier, I am a financial coach and I am a financial educator. I am not a licensed investment broker, dealer, or agent. So I cannot take your money and invest it for you. So the only money that I make is money, and I'm not affiliated with any other brokers, dealers, or anything I refer you to. I don't get paid from them. So
Right.
no, I specialize in teaching you to do it on your own. And that way there's no bias in products that I recommend or offer, or products that I don't offer, that I recommend to say, I like this broker. I like this. I like this investment. So I'm just sharing what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, you cannot give me your money. But there are many certified financial planners, certified financial analysts that you can engage with and get your money invested. Because this will take a bit of your time. If
Right.
you don't want to invest the time, then definitely work with a licensed certified financial planner, certified financial analyst, so that you can get your money invested in a way so that you can take advantage of this falling when it returns back up. You want to be riding that thing back up.
Exactly. And Carolyn, as you said, even if you take advantage of a financial planner, you need to know the terminology. You need to know what's going on. When they say a bear market, a bull market, a market correction, and all that, you will learn that from Carolyn. You at least need to know what your money is doing. And so that would just be a great opportunity for you.
And then,
Now,
so even right here on the Money Reverse page during Financial Literacy Month, I'm posting every day, and I am posting some of those terms and what they mean. So if you haven't followed the Money Reverse page, just go ahead and like the page and follow the page so
yes.
that you can get every day some type of financial education graphic or something that'll help you. I want you to walk away from April being more financially savvy across many things than you were at the beginning of April. At the end of April, I want everybody to be educated just a little bit more. So I'm putting something out here every day and on my Twitter as well. And then I'm sending a newsletter, an email newsletter every week, once a week
Mhm.
in a newsletter.
Mhm.
So
And you made a key statement. If you have a 401k plan and all of that, you're already in the game.
you're in already, been
You're
in.
already in. So know what your money's doing. They're taking your money, doing something with it. So you need to know what they're doing. Now, Carolyn, we're almost finished, but do you have any other tips you can offer us?
I think I want everybody, as a matter of fact, I want everybody to type in the chat, type in the comments, whether you're here live with us or whether you're watching this on the replay. I want you to type in the comments, I can do this. I can learn the stock market.
I love that.
Type it in the
Love that.
comments. I need you to type that. And
Mhm.
if you can say it out loud, I want you to say, I can do this. I can learn the stock market. And I want you to put exclamation points. If you know the stock market already, say, I know this. I
Mm.
know how to invest, exclamation point. I need you to make that declaration. I need you to make that declaration because I don't want anybody to be in shackles when it comes to this. This is not difficult. This
Right.
is not difficult. You can do this.
Hmm.
You can
Hmm.
learn the market and you can make money in the market. So if
And
you
it's funny, I just put my comment in because we
yeah,
can do the and even if I'm in the game now, we can always learn.
yes,
We can
yes.
do better. We can do more. And I can't tell you how important it is for you to sign up for the Stock Savvy class next week. You can't beat it. 4 days of pure knowledge, just her giving us all of her knowledge. So please join. We won't have one of these. We're going to segment that week just for the Stock Savvy. And then we'll be back with you on April 28th for a savings class. And the
Yes.
question that we're going to be answering is, can I save right now?
Mhm. That's a good question.
Rona, all of that. So can I save? And so we're going to talk about that April 28th. I don't know if I effectively introduced myself because I was so excited about Carolyn, but this is Rochelle Glover with Majestic Money Management. So follow us both, please. If you're a partner in a partnership with Carolyn, go on my website, Majestic Money Management, and follow me. We have this BFF thing going, okay?
We do.
Money Rescue Sisters, and we are here to make you better. So
Yes.
please ask us questions. We will be answering the questions. As a matter of fact, Carolyn, did you want to take any today or?
Yeah, let's see what we have here. I'm looking
Okay.
at oh yeah, what I'm seeing a lot of those declarations. I can do this. I can learn. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I need yeah, I don't know what that does for me to see you make those declarations, because
Yeah.
what stops a lot of people is their own head. And we need
Exactly.
to get that lie out of your head that you cannot do this.
For sure. And I'm seeing it on my stream. You know, I can do it.
Yes.
Somebody saying that I want to put stock in tissue. That would have been good if we would have done that a couple months ago, right?
That's right.
I'm gonna learn the stock market. So lots of hearts.
Now I do have a question here. It says, can you post the time again? So I'm going to put a link right here after this session is over so that you can register, and you'll see it on my page again. And it's going to be this Sunday, April. This is the Stock Savvy Sessions. This is the free 4-day class, Stock Savvy Sessions, Sunday, April 19th, Monday, April 20th, Tuesday, April 21st, and Wednesday, April 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on the Money Reverse page. Again, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on the Money Reverse page. I'm going to make sure that I have that posted everywhere.
Yes, and I will make sure that it's posted on Majestic Money Management and my personal timeline, because everyone should be there. And when it's posted, please share that with other people, because we all have people who need to know. Whether you're 20 years old or 70 years old, you can get in the game.
Okay, I do have several questions. Let me answer this one.
Sure.
It says, I have money in stocks and don't know how to move it around. Is this something the 4-day class will show me? The 4-day class will not show you that. The 4-day class is going to be more about researching stocks and getting you started if you're not in the market already.
Right.
But you need to know about where to move, what sectors are doing well, about market sectors, what's doing well. That's really more advanced than the 4-day class. I can't give that much in a 4-day class.
Right.
Especially if you're going to tout that this class is for people. If I assume you've just dropped on planet Earth, I can't come in and teach people that are already in the market. So I think you get something from the 4-day class, but it's not going to show you how to move things around like that. That's going to be a part of the advanced program that I do.
Yeah, and that's when you're really in the minutia, in the weeds of things, right?
Yes. Okay, so another question. Just want to know, how much is class? The full class? I'm going to announce that on Wednesday, because I am coming up with some specials. I know I've been taking my stock class prices up for the last couple of years, and I told everybody that I would, so that I could get to market value. I teach this way below what most people teach it for. And so I am going to come up with some specials to help you to get into this class. And you'll see that on Wednesday.
Okay, good. Now, on my Facebook page, someone asked, I have a 401k. Can I pull it out and invest?
Good question. Now, this can be construed as financial advice, but let me just share with you a couple of things. If you have a 401k, you are investing. You don't want to pull it out. You want to keep it underneath the tax radar. Now, with the CARES Act that just came out, you can withdraw up to $100,000 from your 401k and repay that within the next 3 years and not have any tax implication, no penalties or no taxes. But I would not recommend that if you don't need to, because in that 401k, you can invest. You're just limited to what you can invest in.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some things that you do want. I think you want to keep that money under the radar. Don't take it out and put it in your hands. Keep it under that tax radar.
No, I think she asked if you can take your 401k out and invest it in other product. I want to take it totally out and invest in Coca-Cola. Not that I'm saying invest in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I would not recommend doing that. I want you to keep your 401k. Remember, that's for your retirement.
Okay.
That's for your retirement. I would not recommend depleting your 401k.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend that you could use that money to choose what investments you're in more wisely.
Right.
But keep it as a 401k or a tax deferred account.
Right. Because people don't know, you can choose where your 401 money is going to be.
You have to.
And people don't know that. Right.
So I'm not going to tell anybody to take their 401k money out. I haven't taken any of mine out.
Okay.
Mine is still there. It's not in a 401k, but it's in an IRA. Okay.
Do you have time for one more question or?
Yeah, I think so. I see several that I want to answer.
Okay, well, you go and then I'll ask this one.
No, go ahead and ask that one.
Okay, someone asked, if you invest and pass away, what happens to your investment?
In an investment account, you must set up a beneficiary. You have two different types of investment accounts, or multiple types, but one of them is a TOD, transfer upon death. And then if you have a retirement account, you also, either one, no matter what it's called, but you have to put a beneficiary on there. Right. And when you put a beneficiary on there, that money passes directly to that individual as opposed to going to probate. Right. So when you want a brokerage account, if you don't have a beneficiary on there, they're going to bug you. The broker is going to bug you. They're going to bug you to put somebody on there because in many cases, that retirement account or that investment account is, well, a retirement account is the biggest investment account you'll probably ever have. Right. So main thing is have a beneficiary on there so that if you pass away, it'll pass directly to those individuals without going to probate. That's a good question.
Great information. Okay. Now you had questions, Carol?
Let's see. Yes, I see. I see one of my students that said the program is enlightening. I feel it was amazing knowledge to gain. I am smarter for it. Thank you so much. Let's see. What are the dates of this? I think I answered that. I just tuned in. What is the convocation about? I think that's conversation. Okay. Double Dutch, yeah. I think that's it. If you have questions that I haven't answered, go ahead and type it in the chat. Oh, Rochelle, do you have questions from your side?
No, they're just making comments that, I don't know what they're doing with my 401k, so I need to learn, and this was informative, that type thing. So I'm excited for them to go into your 4-day free course. That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
So I can't, for people who are affiliated with Majestic Money Management, I can't wait for you to be a part of this 4-day class. I'm excited for you. And then please follow us the next week. April 28th will be our last Money Rescue Sisters class.
Yes.
We're going to talk about savings.
Yes.
It's so important. Some people are going to get $600 unemployment plus unemployment. And what are you going to do with that? And we're going to talk about what we do. Any other questions? Carolyn, any closing?
No, I'm going to thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you joining us. And I know Rochelle and I have talked about this since earlier in the year. We wanted to do this in April, and it just makes me feel good to know that we're blessing you with information. So thank you so much for showing up and supporting us as we support you. Because this is our calling. This is what we want to, this is what we're called to do. So with that, I'm going to say, I hope to see you all in the Stock Savvy sessions again this Sunday, April 19th, Monday 20th, Tuesday 21st, and Wednesday the 22nd. Did I do it right?
I think Sunday, so. 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. 4 days.
So after I get off here, I'm going to put it in the comments. I'll put the link so you can go and register for the class. Just give me your email address and it'll say this is a $0 class and you will be in the classroom. And I even have a little welcome video and I tell you more inside there how the class is going to work. So
can't wait to see you there. Thank you guys for joining us, and you be safe. Be safe.
Be safe, everybody. Be blessed.
God bless you.
At Stock Savvy.
Bye-bye.